Well, good morning. How you doing? It's actually Wednesday. I meant to start this vlog a lot earlier, but I didn't want to, so I didn't. No, I've had a pretty busy couple of days just between like work and like doing house stuff and just a bunch of stuff. Nothing like interesting though, just like busy with being an adult, and I hate that. But yeah, I realized when I was editing last week's vlog that like Sunday I was in such a bad mood after the whole fiasco of last weekend that like I didn't even wrap up what I was reading. So I just like came home, turned the camera on, bitched about my weekend, and then just pieced out. So to wrap up the reading, last week I was talking about reading The 7-Year Slip by Ashely Poston. I did finish it Saturday morning, and holy shit, it was so good. Oh my god, it was awesome. I gave it 5 stars, like no questions about it, which was 2 5-stars in a row. Yeah, I like bawled my eyes out. I was on the couch just finishing the audiobook. I had like an hour left of it and I just like sat there weeping listening to this audiobook. It was amazing. Like I love the romance in it, but like the main thing that I was there for was the whole story with the aunt. That whole storyline with her aunt and what happened to her and all of these things just like stabbed me directly in the heart and made me cry so hard. Like I love romance books like that where like the romance is the main part, but there's also some like underlying thing going on. So in this case it was about grief, you know, like she's dealing with this magical apartment where she's transported 7 years to the past. She's falling in love with this guy, and for him it happened 7 years ago, but for her it's happening right now. But at the same time she's also coping with the loss of her aunt, who was her best friend in the entire world. So it's about grief and missing her and trying to move past it, just not being able to, and you know, trying to rely on friends and learn how to be vulnerable. And it was so beautiful. It was so well done. And the author's note, oh my god, I bawled. The author's note was her saying that she wrote the first draft quite a while ago, and then after writing the first draft, I think it was her grandpa died. Somebody who was very close to her passed away. It was just weird timing that she had already written the first draft of this book. So in the second draft, she like really channeled her own grief into it, and like you could really feel that. I thought the grief was handled so incredibly well. It was a beautifully done book. Definitely my favorite that I've read from her so far. I really loved this book, and if you can handle books about grief, definitely read this one. It was phenomenal. The friendships were amazing. I loved the questioning your career and your place in life. Like it was awesome. A full 5 stars there. I loved this book. And then Saturday on the train ride down to Toronto, I did bring with me The World We Make by Jemisin. I got to page 60 on the train, and then since then I've gotten to page 96. Loving this one so far. It's a sequel to The City We Became, which is a like contemporary sci-fi with like eldritch monsters. I don't really know if it's fantasy or sci-fi. It's kind of a combination of the two. So in this series, major cities at some point they wake up and they start to like be born essentially, and they do that by like choosing a person to become the city, and they have to like fight off some eldritch god in order to survive. And if they survive that, then they become like a full-fledged city. And if they don't survive, then there are cities like Pompeii and Atlantis and those kind of things where they have like some natural disaster fall into myth, that kind of thing. But for New York, because there are 5 boroughs, there are 5 people. So in the first book, one day all 5 of these people are just living their best lives, and all of a sudden they're able to see and hear the thoughts of every single New Yorker. And they're like, what the fuck is happening? And they find each other, and on the way they're finding these like tentacle mushroomy tendrils coming out of things all over the ground, like somebody's after them. It's a whole thing. I loved the first book, and so far I'm also really enjoying the second book. I have heard that the second book is not as good. Even like Jemisin said that she was not that proud of book 2, but so far I'm liking it, but I'm also very easy to please. So yeah, I'm gonna be reading this one this week, and then I am still reading the Dawnhounds. Pretty slow with it just because it's an ebook. I don't have the audiobook for it. I was doing the audiobook and then chose not to. I wasn't loving that one, so I'm just doing the ebook, which means I'll be reading it very slowly. So yeah, that's the updates for right now. I do have to get to work, so I will catch you guys later on. Bye.
bumping into friends at the grocery store, chatting to the stranger next to you in line. No, it's gonna be like.
Hey, hello, how you doing? I am so happy. It's my day off and I have done like pretty much nothing today. Not sure. Okay, I did go and get my prescription refilled and I got some groceries earlier. Let me just put you down there 1 second. Oh God, this is going very well. Yeah, so I did like a little bit of productive things earlier, and other than that, I've just been kind of chilling on the couch, going between driving school and reading. Been reading The World We Make. I haven't read too much today. I am on page 115 right now. My goal today is to get to page it was around 170 where the end of the chapter was. So that's the goal for today. I just did a whole section of driving schools. Feel very accomplished today. I still haven't done my first in-car lesson because I am scared. I was going to last Friday, but it was pouring rain all day, so that was not gonna happen. So yeah, I still need to book my first lesson. I could have gone today, but then I made myself a little vodka drink, so I definitely can't go drive now. Oh no, how terrible. Oh, I forgot to mention yesterday when I did my intro. I'm also reading Bang Bang Bodhisattva by Aubrey Wood, I think it is. This one is so cool. It's a cyberpunk noir thriller about this trans girl who's a hacker and her friend goes missing and she's trying to find her. It's fantastic so far. I'm really enjoying that one. So yeah, I'm also reading that one on top of The World We Make and very slowly the Dawnhounds. I don't think I've touched that one in a couple days, but I will read it at some point. But yeah, I don't really have much to say right now. I'm just kind of bored. So I was like, oh, I'll just go talk to the camera for a few minutes. But then I started and I'm like, oh, I actually don't have much to say. So I might do some cooking in a little bit. I got a bunch of kale in my Odd Bunch grocery thing earlier. So I'm thinking I'm gonna make like a kale lentil sweet potato stew kind of thing. I think that'd be pretty tasty. So I'm gonna start that shortly. It's like 5-ish right now, so I should probably start making some dinner soon, but I'm probably just gonna sit on the couch and read a bit more. Remembered the other thing that I was gonna talk about. I was gonna talk about my day yesterday because it was really cool. I went to this protest with a couple friends yesterday. So my city council decided to turn a huge chunk of this beautiful nature trail by the waterfront into a gigantic AstroTurf sports field. It didn't ask anyone who lives here if anybody wanted that, didn't give the people who live in the city a choice. They just kind of announced a few weeks ago, oh hey, this is happening, it's already been approved, it's gonna be happening. And everyone's like, what the fuck? No, that area is a huge part of our natural ecosystem. It's beautiful, hiking, bike trail, it's gorgeous over there. And the city is like, yeah, we're just gonna bulldoze it and put down this plastic AstroTurf. Because who wouldn't want that? So yeah, the city's been rallying to try and stop them from doing it. And yesterday there was a peaceful protest at City Hall, so I went to that with a few friends, and it was pretty cool. Just had a bunch of speakers out giving facts on the ecosystem in that area and why it's so important. And yeah, it was pretty cool. I'd never actually been to a protest like that before. There have been some that I wanted to go to, but they always happen when I'm at work. But yesterday actually worked out well with my work schedule. And then afterwards, I'm part of a Discord group that's a bunch of trans people in my city. And after the protest, we all went to hang out by the water and we made little bracelets together, and it was super gay and super fun. I had a great time with it. But yeah, that was the thing that I was coming on here to talk about, was all the B-roll from before this clip and what that actually was. But yeah, now it is actually time to go make food now that it's almost 6. My bad. Oh man, what a long goddamn day. Hello, how you doing? Happy Saturday. I've had such a long day. This whole week has just felt super long. Every work shift is just agony. It's been very slow and I'm tired, but I have tomorrow off, so that's great. But reading stuff. So I have finished multiple things. Last night I finished Bang Bang Bodhisattva by Aubrey Wood. This one I gave 4 stars. I thought it was great. I don't really have any like critiques of it aside from like it just didn't pull me in the way that I would normally give for a 5-star. For me, a 5-star is anything that like can get some sort of like emotional response from me pretty much gets a 5-star. This book had all the right elements to it. It was very well done. It was well written. I liked the plot. It was interesting. The characters were great. It was all really good. I just didn't have that like emotional connection to it, you know? So 4 stars instead of 5, but it was still fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed this one. And then I have had this next book on my currently reading shelf since December. And I kept telling myself, oh, just like read like a little bit every day, and then I wouldn't. And that is Unmasking Autism by Devon. This one my therapist recommended for me as like a homework assignment that I then took almost 7 months to complete. My bad. This was great though. I just like kept not picking it up because it felt like homework, so then I didn't want to do it. But no, it was good though. It's just a book about like learning how to unmask and just like embrace all your weird autistic traits that like people are normally shamed for, and just, you know, like learning to have a better life without masking so much. Definitely a very eye-opening book. There were so many moments I had where I was just like, oh, I thought that was a normal thing that people do. Apparently it's not. So definitely a good read. Thoroughly enjoyed that one, even though it took me forever to read it. No, it was not the book's fault. I have a hard time with like nonfiction stuff. It took me forever, but it was very good. And then I'm still making my way through The World We Make. I did not get to my goal the other day. I think I was trying to get to like page 170 or something like that the other day. I got to page 140, so didn't get that far off, but also didn't get very close to it either. So I think my plan tonight, I do want to play some Zelda, but I'm going to try and read some more of this, maybe while I have dinner. Good things are happening. This has gotten very intriguing in the last couple of pages, so I can't wait to see where things go with that one. And then once I finish this one, or maybe I'll still start it tonight because I do want to read it, my copy of Miss Major Speaks came in a couple days ago. So even though I'm still reading The World We Make, I do also want to pick this one up. It's very short as well, so I could probably get through this in like an evening. Yeah, it's like 140 pages. This one is Conversations with a Black Trans Revolutionary. I thought it'd be a great thing to read during Pride Month. Probably start that tonight, maybe tomorrow. We'll see how the mood feels. I also might just end up playing Zelda literally all night. I say that I'm gonna play it for like an hour, and then it ends up being 6. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I have tomorrow off. I don't really know what I'm gonna do yet. If the weather's nice, I might go to the beach. We'll see. I told myself that I was going to go to the beach as often as physically possible this year, because last year I literally went once and that was it. So this year I want to go so often. Literally live down the street from the beach. It's like maybe a 20-minute walk. It's such a beautiful place to go. I just want to go like sit on the sand and read my book and maybe go in the water. Probably not, but maybe. But just like actually get outside more often would be great. But anyways, those are the reading updates. I'm gonna go make some dinner, and yeah, we'll see where the night takes me. I just put out a little bird feeder, and look at that. There's a tiny little bird on there. So cute. Oh, he's coming. Oh my god. Ah, this brings me so much joy. I love birds. I'm gonna get so much joy from this. I'm gonna sit here for the rest of summer and just enjoy this. Oh my god. Oh my god, he's so cute. The eternal struggle of do I stay up and finish the last like 80 pages of my book, even though it's 12:30 at night and I have to work tomorrow, or do I be responsible and go to bed? Don't know what to do. God damn it. Ugh. Finished it. Man, this was so good. This was excellent. I did find the ending to be not disappointing, just like a little bit anticlimactic. You know, like I don't want to give spoilers, but like we're gearing up for this really big thing. Like it's all happening and then it's just like done. You know, like if you read it, you know what I mean. But like that thing that was just about to happen at the very end would have been so cool. So cool. But then it just swerved, you know? Took a sharp right into a completely different territory. You know what I mean? It wasn't a bad ending, you know, it's just like it just wasn't as cool as it could have been. And the setup, like it was set up to be this epic ending, and then it just didn't. You know? So like I didn't love the ending. It was a satisfying like the last couple pages, great. But just like 20 or 30 pages before the ending, and I'm like this could have been really cool. And it was gonna be really cool. And then she was just like, actually, nah. I'm good. We're gonna go elsewhere now. And I'm like, why? Why? This was so good where it was. Why did we leave? But other than that, this was fantastic. I loved the characters. I loved the friendships and the whole dynamic of all the boroughs. And truly a fantastic book. And I'll definitely be reading more from this author going forward. I can't wait to like dive into her entire backlog. Yeah, I thoroughly... Oh, yeah, I'm tired. It's like a little bit past 1 right now, so a little sleepy. What was I saying? I don't know. I'll just say I liked it. It was fantastic. I haven't put it through Cowpile yet, but it's probably gonna be like a 4-star. I would imagine it's not gonna be a 5-star, but I would say at least a 4-star. We'll see. I will let you guys know whenever I figure that out. But in the meantime, that is the end of Sunday and the end of this week's vlog. So thanks for watching, and I will chat with you guys next week. Goodbye.